Listen carefully. Stop for a moment. Before you decide anything, watch this. This story didn't start today. Something here doesn't add up. Around the world, something is happening quietly. But the reaction is anything but quiet. Before a single teaser drops. Before a date is confirmed. Before BTS even steps back onto the stage together. The noise has already begun. MENIT14 focus and ARAHCERITA. Focus on this part. Look at this closely. Here, what most people overlooked. This wasn't a coincidence. Usually, hype follows an announcement. A teaser creates noise. A comeback creates anticipation. But with BTS, the order is reversed. The anticipation came first. The noise came first. The global tension came first. Social media timelines feel restless. Fan communities feel unusually alert. Media outlets keep circling the same question. Why does it already feel like something big is about to happen? Nothing official has been revealed. And yet, the world is reacting as if it has. That doesn't happen by accident. For years, BTS changed how global fandom works. They didn't just release music. They created moments. Moments that felt personal. Moments that crossed language, borders, and time zones. So when silence surrounds them, that silence doesn't feel empty. It feels loaded. People sense patterns. They remember the pauses before history was made. They remember the calm before stadiums sold out. They remember how BTS always arrives quietly, right before everything explodes. This time feels familiar and unsettling. MENIT47, the building pressure. The world has changed since BTS last stood together. The industry moved on. New groups debuted. Trends shifted. Algorithms forgot nothing and forgave no one. By every industry rule, time away should weaken momentum. But that's not what's happening. Instead, something strange is happening. Interest isn't fatting. It's tightening. Search trends rise with no trigger. Old performances resurface and go viral again. Casual listeners start asking the same question. When are they coming back? Not if. When? That assumption alone is powerful. What makes this different is not nostalgia. It's expectation. People aren't looking back. They're bracing forward. As if the comeback isn't just music, but a reset. Because BTS doesn't return quietly. They never have. When they move, the industry adjusts. When they speak, narratives shift. When they release music, conversations change. That memory hasn't faded. It's been waiting. MENIT 710, why it feels bigger this time. Look deeper, and the reason becomes clearer. This isn't just about a group returning. It's about timing. The global music scene feels crowded but hollow. Big releases come and go fast. Virality replaces longevity. Noise replaces meaning. And people feel it. BTS represents something different. Not perfection. Not trend chasing. Consistency. Identity. A sense of purpose that survived pressure, fame, and absence. That's rare. So when whispers of their return begin to circulate, people don't just get excited. They get hopeful. Hope creates energy. Energy spreads faster than promotion. That's why this excitement feels organic. Unforced. Almost instinctive. Like the world collectively remembers. What it felt like when music meant more. And here's the part most people miss. The excitement isn't being built by BTS. It's being built around them. By fans who never left. By listeners who grew up. By newcomers who discovered the story late. And don't want to miss the next chapter. That kind of momentum can't be manufactured. MENIT 1013, the silence before impact. Right now, BTS is quiet. No countdown. No dramatic announcement. No performance clips flooding timelines. Just presence. Felt more than seen. And that silence is doing something powerful. It's allowing imagination to take over. People speculate, not because they were told to, but because they can't help it. What will they sound like now? What will they talk about? How will they reflect everything that's changed? Those questions create emotional investment before a single note is played. That's why this moment feels heavier than past comebacks. There's more history, more context, more weight behind every expectation. BTS isn't returning to the same world they left. And the world knows it. MENIT 1315, PNUTUP SINMATIK. This story didn't start today. It started years ago, when 7 artists proved that sincerity could travel further than hype. Now, without announcements, without noise, without spectacle, the world is already leaning in. Global excitement doesn't rise like this by chance. It rises when people sense meaning approaching. Something familiar. Something grounding. Something that reminds them why they cared in the first place. The comeback hasn't arrived yet, but the feeling has. And when BTS finally steps back into the spotlight, this won't feel like a return. It will feel like a moment the world was already waiting for. Momentum is also evident on Spotify's Countdown Charts Global, where ARIRANG ranked #1 for 2 consecutive weeks on Jan 21 and Jan 28. The chart tracks perceive activity for upcoming albums and singles and is widely viewed as a barometer of global fan expectations. Interest is spilling over into fan platforms as well. After the album release and world tour announcement was posted on Weverse, BTS, official global superfans platform, membership numbers reportedly jumped to nearly 3 times their previous level, reflecting renewed engagement from fans worldwide. The resurgence has also boosted BTS' older catalog. According to industry data, the anthology album Proof, title track, Yet to Come, and Love Maze, from the group's 3rd full-length album Love Yourself, Tear, each surpassed 100.5 million cumulative streams as of December. Both tracks received platinum and gold streaming certifications, respectively, from the Recording Industry Association of Japan. With the group preparing for its first full-member comeback in about 3 years and 9 months, fans appear to be revisiting BTS, messages, and musical legacy in large numbers. ARIRANG is scheduled for release at 1 p.m. on March 20. The album will include 14 tracks exploring themes of identity, longing, and deep love, emotions that resonate across cultures and generations. The comeback will continue the following day with BTS Comeback Live, ARIRANG at Gwanghwamun Square in Central Seoul on March 21. The event will mark the first time a solo artist holds a standalone performance at the iconic public venue, a moment expected to leave a lasting mark on Korea's cultural history. The live show will be streamed in real time via Netflix to audiences in more than 190 countries and regions, further amplifying global attention.